Hey there, and welcome to this course on Red is the Rose, this great Irish tune. Thank you so much for allowing me to help you with this tune. It's very exciting to get started into it. To begin with, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to take a look at the overall score, look at what possible potholes may be in the road and address those, and then we'll also form a plan of action of how we're going to actually move through the material. So with that said, let's just jump right in. So here we have the whole score laid out in front of us right here. And if you'll notice, let's just point out a couple of things. First off, the I, M, A, all of this up above, these are the right-hand fingerings, P, I, M, A. Hopefully this is review for you, P, I, M, A. And also, if there are little numbers beside the notes, that is left-hand fingering 1, 2, 3, 4. This is probably review. The next thing to look at is this right here. We have capo 2, half capo 2. These are bar chords, so barring across. And we're going to look at these in a separate video. But there are ways to play this song without those, so don't be too scared if you're not into the bar chords yet and you're playing. Then you have a couple of choices. First, you could use this as an introduction to them. It might not be the easiest place for it, but it's not that bad. And then the other way is that you can also go through and do it without the bar chords. You may drop a note here and there, but it's doable, and we'll talk about that in as we go along, so that you'll have both. You'll have options of how to do it either way. The next thing is that there are these little numbers along here, and I've laid it out so it's pretty much 4 bars per line, and each of these numbers separates a practice section. And so this is how we'll actually go through the course, is section by section, looking at all the details within each section as its separate little thing. And I've also separated that out for practice sections, and you'll find that in your course materials as well. So this is, in general, this is a good way to practice. You separate things into little bitty manageable chunks, and then you can actually feel like you've got the time to just delve into that specific little chunk really in depth, because you don't have the entire piece in front of you, just that little bit. The next thing that we're going to look at is that we're going to go up to the 7th fret on this. We've got a little bit, we go into the 2nd position. You know what? Looking at it here, this is practice section 2, and we'll look at this closer in depth later, but we go all the way up here to the high D, or the high B, I'm sorry, 7th fret, and so we'll talk about how to get up there, how to shift and everything, and also we'll look at the bar and how that all works as well in a separate video. Before we get into that, also, if you're a beginning player and you're playing this song, you may like to stop right here. So this is a double bar right here. That means that the section is ending. And this first part is considerably easier. From here, it's an elaboration of the first part. So we get more into these accompaniment lines through here like this. A lot of more chords in the melody like this. And so there's a lot more going on in the second half than in the first half. So you can easily just make this into a repeat sign and then play the top half of this tune twice, and then you've got a beautiful tune without hitting all of the more challenging things. So if you're at the more beginning levels, then you can still play this without the bar chords and by just focusing on the first half. And then you'll still have a great, beautiful tune to play. So with all that said, let's just jump right in. I will see you in the next video.